It is common knowledge that pathogens spread through water, which is always on the minds of farmers, especially those who grow fresh produce. It is critical that all farms minimize the risk of contamination through the water that is used for the growing, harvesting, packing, and holding of fresh produce. Agricultural water is any water that is used to make contact with covered produce or food contact surfaces. This refers to all phases of the fresh produce growing process. In this video, you will learn about the risks of agricultural water contamination and different ways to minimize risk. Let's first talk about agricultural water used during the growing or production phase. Water is applied during this phase through irrigation, pesticide applications, frost protection, evaporative cooling, and other uses where water comes in contact with the edible portion of the produce. In order to minimize risk, you should be paying attention to the water source or where the water comes from, how it is applied, and the schedule of the application. Agriculture water comes from three main water sources. The lowest risk being the public water supply, which is treated and regulated by a municipality. Although this has the lowest possible risk, it is recommended that the public water supply is tested to ensure water quality is still high. A water source that is at a slightly higher risk is groundwater. Since this type of water is found underground, it is less likely to be contaminated by open environment factors. A well should still be monitored and treated if necessary. The highest risk for contamination is agricultural water that is sourced from open surface water. The reason for this is that this water is open to the environment and all its elements. Surface water includes rivers, streams, lakes, man-made reservoirs, ponds, and any type that is open to the environment. It can be contaminated through animal or human intrusion, weather events, runoff, or other environmental factors. Understanding microbial quality of these waters through, for example, regular water testing, can ensure a better awareness of the contamination risks. Pathogens can move with the water and can contaminate raw agricultural commodities through various ways in which it is applied to the crop during the growing phase. As said before, the application can take place through irrigation, crop sprays, frost protection, water cooling, and other uses where water mixes with fresh produce. Know that the less contact the harvested crop has with water, the lower the risk of contamination. So if the water is only applied directly to plants during early production, before the edible or harvested portion of the crop has been developed, then contamination risk is reduced. If water does make contact with the edible portion of the crop, then it is your job to ensure the microbial quality of the water and the schedule of application is monitored. An important reminder is the more time there is between application of water to the crop and harvest may result in a lower risk of contamination. As you plan out your season, you will definitely need to include a water system assessment. This is a source-to-crop assessment designed to assess contamination hazards of the water you are using agricultural purposes. The entire assessment is designed to be completed in one day and includes data collection, completion of forms, and developing an action plan. Testing agricultural water is the most effective way to determine whether or not there is contamination present in the water. After testing, it should be determined if corrective actions should be taken based on the quality of the water. There are several online resources to help you understand water quality. Please refer to those to ensure you are following the appropriate protocols and guidelines. If you find that your agricultural water does not meet the required standards, then you will need to take some specific corrective actions. You could work on the timing schedule of your water management system to ensure minimal microbial contamination during production. After actions have been taken to reduce contamination, re-inspect the agricultural water system again. Make sure to follow these procedures in order to ensure your water is safe to utilize with fresh produce.